Hello, my name is Randy, and I'm with Probe Specialist, and I'd like to introduce you to our new film frame prober. This is our NexGen 8-inch film frame system. Runs a 10-inch frame. It's a manual base unit at this point. We have a robot that we can add to it, but we haven't done it yet, only because we haven't defined what we want to use for that yet. But I'd like to show you basically how it works, so you have an idea what its capabilities are. So this is the film frame we're using with the customer's product on it. This is our chuck top right now. Got a couple guide pins that line up with the alignment points of the film frame. Place it on the unit. Turn the vacuum on. We have a setup wizard built into the system and walk you through the whole process. Under setup, you enter your type of wafer, the die size, diameter, such, your direction that you want it to go ahead and run. When that's all done, go to the next menu. So just turn the vacuum on. The profile turned off. On alignment, and I already stored an alignment pattern on here, so let's go ahead and do it. And what that'll do is it'll give us a best case alignment scenario on this wafer, knowing that it's not straight because it's been diced, and but this gets us close enough so our amount of correction is a little bit less per die. Right, when that's done, passes it goes green, go to the next wafer, try to the next image, start to create linearity. Here we have a couple items we need to take care of. One is, we're not using second reference, but we have a probes and pads alignment feature. At this point is where you would go and raise your chuck up to make contact with your probes and align your probe tips to their pads. When that's done, it's always in the zip mode, so it's a little blurry. That's why we're not showing you here. You align it. When that's done, you go back Z down, and then you set the target, and that is where it's going to align every single time it steps in the Z down function mode. Make sure it found it, you hit find nearest, and then you just realign, so it shows you it's okay. Then under beacons is our version of the, it's kind of a second reference that we use that's close to where your first die location is, just to minimize missing of a die because of the angle and the changes of the wafer with expansion on the tape. Go ahead and find the beacon. Here, we found the beacon, and it's driven up to our first die location. So reset first die here. It's done it. We're going to go to the next page. We set up the limits profile or EdSense. This is set for limits mode. We got a clearance of about 10 mils, so you can see the up and down visual of the wafer, so you can see how it corrects. We're going to go ahead and set the Z height, even though it's already. We're going to go to the next die. We don't have a scrubber, so now we're finished. Go to production mode and start production. And now it's running. And it's correcting for every die. It's about 2 die per second. And it'll run until it's done. And it matches up with the wafer. Now, this is run in a more of a production mode, so it's kind of doing regular serpentine pattern. You know, this can be run external I/O as well if you know what you want to do with it, or what areas you want to go ahead and probe. When this is done, start the next wafer. Just to simulate that. Turn the vacuum off. Put a new one on. Turn the vacuum on. Go to start production. Start production. And I'll go through the whole process again. Try to keep it simple as possible. One thing that you will find with this unit is that the user interface is really simple. If you've ever used a electroglass probe before, a lot of terminology is the same. But you will find that it's very simple to use and operate. We're hoping that we can incorporate your ideas in regards to what might make this a better product for your needs, but we can customize the interface. A lot of things that we could never do on the other systems because we had no control over firmware or software. We control the whole thing, therefore we can do what we want. So anyway, for any further questions, please shoot us an email or give us a call, and we're looking forward to doing business with you.